What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here from DataDash, and today is November 22nd of 2024. Well, folks, I hope you all are having a fantastic day wherever you are, because in today's sponsored review, I want to spend some time to not only talk about one of the more genuinely interesting projects when it comes to the broader AI and DePIN narrative within crypto, but beyond that as well, I want to talk about this ecosystem's newly launched Memecoin within the AI sector. This has been a big trending area for those of you out there who, like myself, are trading a lot of the different meme coins, and it's one to be aware of. So I want to spend some time to talk about all of that as we go throughout the video and give a full overview of this broader ecosystem. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, and let's go ahead and kick things off. So the project we're going to be talking about today, really at its core from the broader ecosystem perspective, is O.XYZ. Now, O.XYZ is a project that was founded by a guy named O.XYZ. Now, essentially, he is the original founder and CEO of IO.net, which is one of the biggest AI infrastructure plays that we've talked about here on the channel, and I've been tracking for some time in the crypto industry. But for those of you who haven't heard about IO.net, just to kind of provide some background behind him as a founder and the project itself, the big thing to understand is that similar to Render, Golem, and a lot of other DePIN related projects that work on building large GPU clusters to service various AI batch related work, in this case, IO.net with its core product is aimed at doing the exact same thing, having people who can provide work or utilize GPU resources in order to help people meet various market needs related to AI or data. So this is an important thing to understand, that you have a really successful founder behind the project, and he's now serving as the active CEO of O.XYZ. Now, what makes O.XYZ different? Well, essentially, O.XYZ is focused on building what's known as a kind of sort of sovereign AI. And this is a very big picture concept, but it's one that is attainable, and it's one that could very well create a lot of value and bring about some really fruitful innovation that we haven't seen from traditional centralized AI. Most AI service providers out there, like AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, you can go down the list of all these big companies, are usually facilitating AI-related services from centralized data centers. But beyond that as well, they're servicing individual cases where people are essentially doing things on a more individual or corporate level. In this case, the whole idea of a sovereign AI comes in two big ways. One, it's an AI that can't be stopped. It's truly decentralized. There is no central point of failure. And this allows for this sovereign AI to be able to go out and do some really big picture things. But beyond that as well, being owned by the community, which is a big part of it being sovereign, it's kind of its own separate entity. The important thing to understand here is that it's owned by the community. So all of the GPU resources, all of the AI capacity, and the 100,000 open source models it taps into, as well as the speed boost that comes from having such a powerful network, allows it to be able to be utilized for some really big things. So what could some of these be? Well, it could be, for example, research. It could be going out and trying to do some very big endeavor. It could be even a community-owned AI business at the end of the day, where the DAO would be able to receive income from various different jobs, servicing various AI-related use cases. It doesn't have to be one thing, but the idea is that the resources and the capacity of that model are really owned by the community. So again, very big picture view here from a fundamental perspective, but again, founded by someone who has been working in the AI narrative in crypto for some time, well before it was definitely a trending narrative in crypto. And you can see here that we've got a lot of really powerful data sources and points that really make this project stand out against the competition. But at the end of the day, the broad concept here is to build the first form of sovereign superintelligence that the project calls O. And the idea is that O will be able to do a lot of major things, irrespective of whether or not we live in a world where there's generative AI, which is what we have now, or even move into a world of artificial general intelligence, which many feel we may be approaching soon with continuous improvements in generative AI. The big thing I want to say above all, though, is that if you're someone like myself who does like to understand the fundamentals around the project, they have a really great docs section where you can read into probably one of the most important components if we're talking about building a sovereign AI, having something that is not only owned in a decentralized capacity by multiple stakeholders and parties, but beyond that as well is one that can't be shut down and has the capacity to be able to do massive tasks. That's why I definitely recommend you read into Atlas, Orbit, and Pacific, all of which offer really unique feature sets. For example, in Pacific, there's this really interesting fact that they're going to be having nodes deployed out in the ocean, which will essentially allow for it to be in sovereign waters. So essentially you're not going to be under the governance of any particular jurisdiction. So again, this is something we've seen before with some crypto related projects and other kind of peer-to-peer networks. but being able to have this within AI is really cool. Not to mention Orbit, which not only connects to Starlink, but a lot of that as well is going to give the project the capacity and throughput to be able to do large AI related work. So there's some really cool pieces within here that I definitely recommend you guys dive into. But I would be definitely cutting it short if I just talked about the fundamentals, because at the end of the day here, guys, I'm a trader. I'm someone who likes to trade in crypto, and I like to trade whatever narratives are there in the market beyond obviously analyzing the fundamentals. And this leads me to talking about the ecosystem's first native AI meme coin, OBOT. Now, at the end of the day, I'm probably not the first to tell you that AI meme coins have become a huge segment of the meme market, and they've been some of the top performing ones over the past couple of weeks as the market has started to ramp up. And irrespective of whether or not we like it at the end of the day, as traders, we've got to respect that this is an emerging category. In fact, it's one of the new top categories here on CoinMarketCap. It's been given its own index here on CoinMarketCap. So at a $3.5 billion market cap versus the broader meme coin market, which is already sitting at a valuation here of around $150 billion, and knowing the kind of multiples you can get in these plays, it's got to be on your radar at the end of the day. If you're trading in this sector, you have to at a minimum be watching what's going on with these AI related meme coins. Now, at the end of the day here, in talking about OBOT, I'm always going to set the same criteria here, guys. You know it here if you watch for the last couple of years. I will always set standards for what I look for in meme coins. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I'm going to break it down in the same way I would break down other meme coins and talk about the positives that I think the project has, but also the things that I'd be looking out for in regards to price in order to make any kind of trade on it. So let's just go ahead and dive through those. So first off, it's important to understand that similar to other AI-related meme coins like Godius Maximus and the Act Prophecy, all these different plays, this was created by Miss O, or O, the superintelligence of the network here. So it's important to understand that it's an AI created meme coin at the end of the day, and there's that kind of viral AI related aspect to it. So that already ticks off one box to at least kind of fit it in the category of AI meme coins. The second thing, from a more kind of technical basis, is I look for markets of scale potential. I really don't want to delve too much into meme coins that have already made massive multipliers. Some of them will continue to probably grow throughout the cycle, but for me, I need to know that there's the markets of scale potential. I need to know if there's a 5, 10, 20x opportunity. Again, not at the end of the day that I would need that for a successful trade and stuff. It's great if you can even double or triple, but at the end of the day, the project has launched at a pretty fair value here. It hasn't really had its big breakout just yet, and sitting around a $15 million market cap, that is one that easily can go far beyond its current valuation. So that ticks off another box. Another thing that I really like to see is that the project is also safe according to Security Scan by Go Plus. This is something that I think a lot of people really miss here. If you haven't watched my meme coin trading video I did a while back, this is something that is an imperative with how many new meme coins are being launched every single day. And so many people unfortunately don't do this or aren't aware of it, where essentially you can use the Go Plus scan here on the actual token contract that is available when you look at a currency pair, exchange pair within CoinMarketCap. So I'll show you how to actually navigate this. So you go to markets. If we click on Radium, which is one of the major DEX pairs here, then you can see here that the token is marked as safe. So this actually helps to prevent, 80-90% of different rug pull formats out there, so and have peace of mind that you're probably trading a much safer meme coin than other players out there in the market. Again, just to emphasize, if you're not looking to buy it through Radium, although that does kind of give access to everyone as it's a decentralized exchange and as some of the most kind of deep liquidity for trading it, there are also a whole range of different exchanges from CoinX, Poloniex, MEXC, where you'll be able to get access to OBOT if you want to trade it in a more traditional centralized exchange. So we've already got some good positive ticks here, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to the token itself, I'm focused in on price and focused in on what price is telling me. Now, one of my biggest strategies I utilize for meme coins at the end of the day is utilizing the 4-hour moving averages, and my values are 9, 21, and 50. So essentially what I'm looking for here is an initial move above the moving averages, and I'm looking for those moving averages rather than resistance, which is usually how it plays out when price is trending down. You can see that here, for example, the 9 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, the exponential moving average, weighing down price. When we start to clear through there, that gives us the initial sign of momentum. And when we can start to turn those moving averages into support like we did here on the 18th, we saw price go from around 1.2 cents all the way up to nearly right under 3 cents. And that's just a kind of short-term move here. We've seen these kind of moves here. What I'm really focused on is when we essentially are able to have that structure where the moving averages are trending up here, price moves up on an initial rally, comes down, builds support, and then essentially has the spring up here, right? Apologies for the crude drawing, but that's the key thing here. We want to be able to have those moving averages act as a band of support that are moving up alongside price, and you're riding along that 9 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. Along with that as well, I'm looking at essentially where price is building a sort of range here. Now we can see very clearly here that this is where price has generally been spending most of its time. We had the initial breakout on launch, but here what I'm looking for is a real breakaway here from there, because if that happens, that's when you can really kick off the trend. The 4-hour EMAs can really come to provide support. Again, if you're looking for examples like this, guys, we had some great trades back in Q1 of the prior year, or actually here within 2024, and we talked about how we traded those with our Memecoin trading video we did back in March. But the big thing here above all is just to follow those simple principles and to be trading plays that have strong price action and strong narratives. And meme coins in general are where the liquidity in the trading's at. AI meme coins is accelerating that even further. So again, I'm not here just to tell you guys to go buy OBOT and stuff. I'm not here for you to do blind speculation. I want you to have real price confirmation here, but understand here that yes, there is the market to scale potential. Yes, it's one of the strongest plays here in probably the broader AI meme space, considering especially that the liquidity was also provided initially for the project by the founder, in this case, O.XYZ. So in this case, for me, it feels like one of those genuine bets here where, you know, there's an ecosystem play here. There's definitely a speculative nature to it, as with all crypto. But at the end of the day here, it's tied into a project that's got a really solid fundamental ecosystem and a really interesting vision for the future. So if you guys are interested to learn about that or the token burning that is going on around the OBOT token, they have it all verifiable here within the docs section, where essentially tokens are being burned every couple of hours here, like 20 million tokens. So the supply is getting smaller and smaller here. You've got the supply reduction, you've got the momentum building up in the market with Bitcoin, the broader crypto space. And considering the success of IONET here being a multi-$100 million project and fully diluted being billions of dollars, I think in this case, this is definitely one to keep on your radar at the end of the day. But that's it for today's video, guys. I'm curious what you think about it. What do you guys think about this idea of building a sovereign AI in the broader crypto and Web3 space? Is there a market for it here? Do you also see the vision and the value that it could create? Right? Or are you more skeptical and purely trading off of the excitement around AI and crypto? I'd love to hear down below in the comments what you guys think. But thanks so much for tuning in as always, guys. If you're interested to learn more, I'll leave a link down below in the description. Consider dropping a like if you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all right back here in the next video. Take care, everyone.